Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show, Red Pill Edition, live from Indianapolis, Indiana. My name is Leon Jones. And this morning, I'm going to get into a topic that some of us are talking about. Shout out to Minister Jack. Shout out to Ringo TV. Raw, or Black Male Advice TV, get over to their channels. These individuals, just like myself, we're talking about the real problem out here when it comes to this modern female gender, and it is the older woman. So the title of today's video is going to be "The Older Woman is Your Problem." The older woman is your problem. I refer to this older woman as the old succubus. Now, first of all, before I get into the topic, as a red pill man, I don't hate women. MGTOWs don't hate women. What we are simply addressing is the issues that women have, but women don't take accountability for their own actions, but they blame men for everything. And when it comes to this old succubus, you can check the thumbnail that Ringo TV Raw had on his video of Esther. And if you all are familiar with Sanford and Son, Esther was the bitter bitch up there who was always disrespectful. And this is the type of older woman that we are talking about, because this older woman out here has a psychosis, and she is full of herself. She believes she has all of these options, when in actuality she has no options. She has hit the wall. And usually when this older woman hits the wall, she becomes very delusional. Her expectations go off the stratosphere. But you have to ask yourself about this older woman. What does she have to bring to the table? And why aren't older guys dating this older woman? Well, my answer is this older woman talks too much. She thinks she can lecture guys on what it is to be a man, when she has no idea what it is to be a woman. See, the reason why this older woman is always in a plethora of trouble and she has issues is because she gave her best, her youth, to the worst men. And this older woman comes in different forms. This older woman is going to college. She didn't go to college. This older woman has a job. Some of them don't have a job. But either way, when it comes to this older woman, she is the reason why it's very difficult to date, because she has been indoctrinated by feminist Marxism. She loves institutions like big government, corporate jobs, religion, education, and media. And she feels good when she disrespects men, because this older woman is about herself. And if you go on online dating, a number of these older women sound like they are righteous. They'll tell you, well, I'm not out here looking for a booty call. Well, here's a key to that. It's because they were a booty call. And when you deal with a number of these older women, for the most part, you're at a lose-lose situation, or you're in a lose-lose situation. Why? Because you cannot tell this older woman anything. She's very combative. And I'm talking about across racial lines. Also, this older woman, she has become a misandrist. She does not like men. And the reason why she does not like men is because she doesn't know how to deal with men, because she picked the wrong men. And this older woman, after she's picked the wrong man, she's exhausted all of her opportunities to find a good man when it comes to dating. And when a man dates this older woman, you're not just dating her, you are dating her baggage. Every man that she's had in the past is going to be part of that relationship. And why? Because she's going to remind you if something goes wrong that you're like every other man. You're going to pay for all of her foolish mistakes. This older woman is more selfish than some of these younger women. Now, again, I can't blame the younger women because they got to learn this behavior from somewhere. But it's these older women out here who are bitter, and they're going to continue to be bitter. And they'll tell you they don't need a man. And the reason why they say they don't need a man, it's because she can't find a decent man. She's used up. It's like a car that has 330,000 miles on it. The problems will continue when you don't take care of that car. These older women don't take care of themselves. Many of them have a lot of health problems. Many of them are over-medicated. Many of them have a lot of depression issues, post-traumatic stress disorders. Many of them are narcissistic. Many of them have an immature personality disorder because they were at one time molested by a family member. They were abused by a number of guys, physically as well as verbally. Many of them have just let society beat them down. Again, feminism has indoctrinated a number of these older women. This is why they have a psychosis and they believe everything that's not real. In other words, when I talk about a psychosis, what I'm telling you is that they defy reality. And if you're a man, some of these older women are not going to listen to you because they want to be in control of the relationship when in fact they cannot control themselves. And at the end of the day, trying to coach a number of these older women, and again, it's not all, okay? There are a percentage of older women who are decent. And you decent older women, I'm not talking about you. It is the majority of these older women who proclaim that they're independent. They try to be self-righteous. And when it comes to a number of the black older women, they love to continue to look down on a black man because they want to be the black man. They really envy our strength. And this older woman is very good at throwing her degree, throwing her job, throwing her success around. But at the end of the day, we don't care about that. We care about your integrity. We care about your personality and your attitude. And a number of you older women have an attitude that is very disrespectful because as a man, what we require from a woman is cooperation and respect. And too many of us older men have catered to this older woman. And we did that when we were younger because we didn't know any better. And this older woman got spoiled and she doesn't appreciate a man. And for some of these older women out there, heck, even lesbians don't want them because they're very difficult to handle. Their whole mindset is about them. And a number of these older women out here, and I'm going back to the social media, which includes online dating, they're looking for the same type of attention as these younger women are. They are competing with the younger women. They're wearing the tattoos. They're wearing the different colors of hair, the different colors of weave. They're cursing up a storm like some of these younger women. Again, these younger women are learning this mindset from these older women. And these younger women are being controlled by these older women when it comes to the divorce, when it comes to the issues of abortion, when it comes to the issues of feminism. Why? Because, see, they're jealous of these younger women because of these younger women's youth. They haven't been around the block like these older women. But when these older women have all these marches, you can see the misandry in them. They'll tell you how nasty they are. They'll tell you how vindictive they are. I mean, you listen to Madonna during the Donald Trump inauguration back in 2017. She said she would love to blow up the White House. You look at Winona Judd. You look at a number of these older women. Again, go back to Aunt Esther. These women have issues with themselves. They don't hate themselves. And let me give you some more women out here. Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg. These women have lost all attraction. They have a liberal mindset. They believe in their religion. They believe in their media. And this is what builds them up. But all these older women out here have nothing but a big mouth. I mean, these older women do not bring anything to the table. They're your enemy. And when you date these older women, again, it's going to be a problem on your hands. Now, let me clarify myself. I'm not saying all older women are bad, but a number of these older women out here, they will not have your best interest because as a man, they're misandrous. They don't like men. And they don't like men based on their own choices because they chose the wrong men. They got pregnant by the wrong men. These older women out here, they love to hide behind their families, their children. This is why on online dating, when you see a number of older women's profiles, they'll tell you, I'm looking for a godly man, a family man, because they didn't have that. Now they want to be self-righteous, but here's the problem. You're not youthful anymore. All you did was repackage yourself, but basically, you can disguise yourself on the outside, but the inside is what we're really going to look at, and a number of you older women are fake. I mean, you take yourselves up with makeup, you're trying to be fashionistas, you spend a lot of money, you try to use your religion as validation, you try to use all these means from afar. But when we get close to you, find out who you really are, you're not desirable. You have a high body count. In other words, when I talk about body count, many of you have slept around. You don't understand men. You don't respect men. Your whole mindset is feminist Marxism. And you're teaching these young women how to be just like you because you don't want the younger women to shine. And a lot of you older women, again, you have control issues. You have insecurity issues. Many of you get into your feelings. And if you're a man and you don't give a number of these older women their way, you're going to see the insecurity issues come out. You're going to feel like this woman has turned against you. No, she's always been like that, but she hid herself behind you doing everything you're supposed to do. And she did that because she wants you as a man to see that she's a good woman. Well, a good woman is coachable. Or let's say a decent woman. A decent woman understands common sense. But these older women out here aren't very good women or decent women. They don't love God. They can go to church all they want. They sit in the pews every Sunday, getting the indoctrination from these preachers out here. And these preachers don't tell these older women they're out of order. But these older women are going to try to tell you how religious they are when many of them are undercover thoughts and hoes. Many of them have been around the block over and over and over again. Now, some of this information that I'm presenting to you is repetition, but it's happening. These older women love going on all these Instagram sites thinking that they can compete with the younger women for the thirst of guys. Now, it is working for some of them, but once you talk to a number of these older women, you will find out that they don't have your best interest. And these older women are going to continue to be bitter. Again, many of them didn't take care of themselves health-wise. Many of them have the tattoos. And when you start marking up your body, that means you have issues. And many of these older women are very negative about the world. Again, they don't like themselves. There's a lot of self-hate. There's a lot of colorism, especially if you're an older black woman that's going on. They don't like themselves. They've been told they were ugly all their lives. So they're going to project that anger to you as a man. And many of these older women, regardless of what race they are, they're very angry women. They're very jealous women. They haven't succeeded in the world that has afforded them opportunities to be the best they could be, or many of them think they have succeeded in this world, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how educated they are or uneducated they are. This older woman is still one who's the enemy because she's problems, because she is teaching this younger generation of women how to be like her. These older women love the thought culture. They want to be hoes. They think that's cute. Many of these older women, and I can tell you in the black community, they're still listening to rap music. They're still dressing like they're hoes. They have tattoos. They have the different color hair. The white women as well. They have the different color hair. They have the big mouths. They have the tattoos. These older women of all ages don't have your best interest. And as a man, you'll never be first in their lives. Again, when you do online dating with some of these older women, at the end of the day, you're losing out because you're taking somebody who has never been married, they have children, they've been divorced, or they've been widowed, or they never married. And these women, these older women, they're the worst to take advice from because they don't have a man. And again, to all you younger women out here, if you are looking to build a family, take advice from married couples, stable. These older women aren't stable. I don't care how good they look. If they don't have a man, then at the end of the day, don't take advice from them because all they're going to do is indoctrinate you and send you down the wrong road just like they've been. Because at the end of the day, when you're washed up, nobody wants you. And with these older women, when they get somebody in their lives, they're not happy that somebody is affording the time for them. Because you get a number of these older women out here who, again, they hide behind everybody else but a man. I mean, they'll listen to their family members. They'll listen to their preachers. They'll listen to their bosses. They'll listen to the government. All these institutions, and they'll listen to their media as well. All these institutions have brainwashed older women. Again, older women act like immature children because they are children in disguise. They're females who are in adult bodies. They just age. Again, they have post-traumatic stress disorder. Something happened to them when they were a little younger and they recall it, but they never lived past it. Some of them were raped. Some of them were molested. But a number of these older women never got counseling. And with this older woman, too, she's unaccountable, irresponsible. She never admits when she's wrong. She always wants to go round and round with you. Everything to her has to be an argument or a debate. She's not logical. She's very insecure, manipulative. She likes to play games by making you wait for sex. She expects you to be wined and dined. She expects you to wine and dine her, correction. She says you're not on her level when she has more materials than you have. She's not interested in building a relationship. She's only interested in going for the money. She's interested in materials. See, her success is not about being with a man. Her success in her mind is about having a house, a car, money, having a promotion on her job, working in the corporate world. And at the end of the day, when she leaves all that behind, she's still alone. Now, she'll tell you, I'm okay being alone. But at the end of the day, she wants a man. This is why many of these older women are seeking attention on dating sites like Tinder and Plenty of Fish, and they're on Instagram because they're trying to compete with the younger women. If you've ever gone into a club and seen some of these older women trying to twerk, it's laughable because they can't do it. They don't have the energy. They don't have the youth that the younger women have. And again, these older women, many of them are over-medicated. They didn't take care of themselves. They go to the doctor way too much. They spend too much money. They have a bad debt-to-income ratio. Now, for the ones who do well with money, they hide behind that success because that success makes them feel good. But at the end of the day, these older women don't have anything going for themselves when it comes to a man. They'll tell you they don't need a man, but they want a man. See, this older woman sees the world from her own perspective. You cannot have a conversation with her because of that. And when she sees the world from her own perspective, she gets in her feelings way too much. She doesn't know how to control her children. In fact, her children run the house. Her children disrespect her. But when it comes to a man, she wants to control everything that a man does. But when it comes to dealing with this older woman as a man, you need to take heed because she's going to be trouble. You can't tell her anything. She wants you to validate her. She wants you to agree with everything she says. And this older woman, if you're a younger man, she will turn you into a simp because she wants to lead you. She does not want a man to lead her. She's out of order. But she'll tell you how much she believes in the Bible. She has no money. But she'll tell you, as a man, you need to have money. A lot of them have these double standard theories. She can be overweight and out of shape, but she expects you as a man to be in shape. She expects a man to be 6 feet tall, but she can be 4'11". She expects a man to have a car, but she doesn't have to have a car. She's the one who's created all these double standards for what's going on out here in the dating world. And she's teaching that to these younger women. Now, hopefully, this Generation Z generation picks up on what's going on because the millennial generation is finished. The older woman has definitely brainwashed these younger millennials out there. And the truth to the matter is, you see a number of these older women out here still fighting and cussing, whether they're white, black, or Latino. They still believe that they have some value. And the only thing they really bring to the table is used up pussy. That's it. You can bend them over, you can hit it, and then you dismiss it. In other words, you find them, finger them, fuck them, and forget them. That's what they're about. Now, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but many of these older women, they're not treasures. Because, see, a treasure is a person who doesn't have to brag about who they really are. Like, I love myself, but I know who I am. And I'm not looking for validation. And this is what being red pill is. It's understanding the philosophy, the female nature. And you don't need any game out here, believe it or not. See, that's that nonsense that these Gen X and some of these baby boomers created. You had to have game to have them. No. These older women want you to chase them. As a man, it's not your job to chase women. You chase your own dreams. Because these women are narcissistic. They're psychotic. I'm talking about these older women. They're bitter. And they're going to continue to be bitter. And if you think about it, you see some of these older women in these nursing homes and no family comes by to visit them. Why? Because they're bitter. Nobody wants to be around bitterness. They bring negative energy. Now, again, I'm not saying all older women, but there are enough older women that I've seen in real life, seen on social media, who will give you the ammunition to present a message that they are trouble. Now, again, I'm not talking about all older women. But it should be noted that your biggest enemy out here is this older woman. And as a man, we don't care about your degrees. We don't care about your money. Because if we have that, why should we care about what you make? Many of you don't give us any anyway. Only thing you give us as men, when you're an older woman, give us nothing but problems. Because your whole life is filled with drama. And with this older woman, you're allowing your kids to live with you. You're allowing your friends to live in the house with you. You're living like a bunch of poor women. You can't live on your own. And even if you have your own, you still can't live on your own. But when it comes to being with the older woman as a guy, you got to look for her insecurities. Because those insecurities, that's going to be your downfall being with this woman. Because when you're doing the right thing as a man, she's going to make it like you're doing the wrong thing. And she's one who's also teaching younger women how not to be accountable. Because she's never been accountable for anything. And this is why there are videos out there when you ask an older woman a question, she doesn't want to answer the question directly. She doesn't deal with truth very well. Because her mindset is on, I never do anything wrong. She thinks she's infallible. She thinks she's perfect. And when you try to correct her, all you're doing is setting yourself up for a waste of time argument. Because that's what she wants you to do. I know I've had comments left on my YouTube channel and on my Blog Talk Radio show about how I'm not all that, and I had a problem with ex-wives not giving me any sex. But your ex-wife should give you some sex. If you're married and your woman isn't giving you sex, then it should be a law that you should be able to divorce that woman and she gets nothing, because that's part of the contract. But see, a lot of these older women, once they get you, yeah, they might have sex with you at first, but then the sex decreases. Then they let themselves go. And they let themselves go because they're comfortable. And they know the laws out here. And because the laws work to their advantage, they can get a lot of your resources. But again, this is not a video that is hating all women or all older women. This is a video simply stating that your issue out here with what's going on for your young guys, with why the younger women act the way they do, is because they were taught by this older woman. And we older guys didn't do a good job teaching these older women. And then you also have to look at what type of family these older women come from. A lot of these older women come from dysfunctional families. And you can always tell dysfunctionality when you see it, because look at your own brothers and sisters and aunts. Once you see it in your own family, I guarantee it's going to be in other families. And look at all the females and how they act and how they participate with each other. They're always competing with each other. And that's what this older woman's trying to do. She's trying to say she's strong, but in actuality, she's weak. And she uses words like young women, like keep it real, I'm a diva, I'll miss this, I'll miss that. That's all immature talk. She hasn't grown up. So if she hasn't grown up as a woman, how is she going to tell you about growing up? Again, many of these older women are permissive. They let their kids live with them. Some of these older women are living with their parents themselves. Now, there are some conditions where they're taking care of parents, but what these older women don't have an idea of when it comes to dating is time management. Okay, you have your job, you're taking care of your family, but you say you want a man in your life and you expect the man to be family oriented. You expect the man to be everything you want him to be, but you don't want to be what he wants you to be. And then when we tell you what we want from you, you think we're trying to control you. And that's always been the moniker of these older women. It's that we are trying to control her. No, we are not trying to control her. All we're trying to do is identify her problems and identify that she isn't as big as she thinks she is. Just because in her mind somebody tells her she's beautiful. Because at the end of the day, you just waste your time with most of these older women. But if you're going to date an older woman, watch for these psychological, the physical issues, and the neurotic issues. See if she has baggage from the past. And that'll give you everything about her. Because as a man, you should know yourself how to pick a quality woman. But if you don't, take heed to what a lot of these brothers are saying right here on YouTube. Because at the end of the day, guys, you don't want a woman, period, who's going to waste your time. And a lot of these older women are going to waste your time because they play more games than these younger women. And you will know it. But at the end of the day, being a red pill man means living your own life. And don't be apologetic about wanting to be a man. Because it's great to be a man. Because it's still a man's world. That's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube. If you like what I just presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. You can catch me on Blog Talk Radio every Saturday. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. And lastly, continue to support my channel. Everything that I present is non-scripted. So yeah, there are times I'm going to have some gaps somewhere. I'm not perfect. But all I want to do is continue to give you this message. So that's my video. Once again, have a good morning. My name is Leon Jones. I'm out.